Wyverns and Weirdos Curse of Strahd is a horror-themed campaign, and as such contains dark themes, including descriptions of gore, violence, and other features intrinsic to the gothic horror genre. Hello, and welcome to Wyverns and Weirdos does Curse of Strahd. I am your Dungeon Master, Darby. Joining me, as always, are Zoe, playing Cevia, Emily, playing Beatrice, Laura, playing Conrade, Mitch, playing Exley, and Johanna, playing Fall. Let's jump into it. And we're back. So, where we last left off, the party was split with 3 of the party plus the necrotic abomination that of Exley's creation went to Ravenloft, while Cevia, Fall, and Esmeralda went to visit Mordenkainen and get some additional resources and maybe allies? Who knows? And the Ravenloft crew discovered behind an organ in the dining room a passage, a hidden passage. But before we go exploring that, let's see how Fall and Cevia are going in the mansion.
Well, I guess because when we left off, we were just going in. Yes.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, we just got our spell scrolls.
Yes, Fall had been given his spell scrolls, and I had been told I would get to go to the library. So I'm going to assume Cevia then proceeds to spend 10 hours in the library transcribing spells with Mordenkainen.
Yep.
We have already discussed what spells she would get.
Yes.
And every time there's like a break between doing one set of spells, like one spell being transcribed and moving on to the next one, I'm assuming when Mordenkainen and Cevia actually like get water so they don't die.
Yeah.
Cevia just kind of looks over at Fall, where I assume he is in a corner doing not a lot, and it's just kind of like, sorry.
It's just like it's okay.
I mean,
it's important stuff.
if there are any books, any topics you would like to try to find books on, let me know.
Does not enjoy reading.
Okay.
This is not Fall's favorite habitat. I guess Fall, like, if they can, would be transcribing some of their scrolls. Are they attempting to?
So what do you mean by that? Do you mean like, so the scrolls you've been given, you can cast as scrolls?
Oh, okay. So it's just a casty kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spellcasters. Gotta play them all.
Yeah. But you can actually, if you have the resources, write scrolls of your own of spells you know.
Right. Oh, okay. No, I don't think he would be doing that. Yeah, I guess he probably would be like, he probably would ask Cevia at some point, like, is this something I can do? And then would get the rundown on like how spell scrolls work. But yeah, for like the most part, Fall would just be trying to find things to do, looking very uncomfortable. And I guess at some point he's going to try to look for different coloured fabrics
Okay.
anywhere around the place that he can steal.
I guess roll me an investigation check.
Okay. That's a nat 20. That's a 22.
Wow. Falls about to steal from an old man. Okay.
Okay. So yeah, it takes you a little bit of time, but you do find this room filled with fabric.
Yes.
It's hard to determine the quality of it. It seems standard quality. It's not subpar. It's not anything special either, but it is fabric.
Sweet. I guess Paul's going to try to look for probably purple and blue fabric,
Okay.
or like thread,
All right.
something that he can cut up.
Yeah, you're able to find that.
And snatch that, and then just like kind of tuck it in one of his gloves, and then go to Cevia, and then if hopefully when Mordenkainen isn't in the room, if there's a chance for that.
Yeah.
All right. And be like, oh hey, yeah, we were talking about I mentioned the friendship bracelet thing before. If you're still interested, what do you think about these colours?
Yes, of course I'm interested. She's like sitting at a desk and she like swivels around. She's like, oh, those are so pretty.
I know, there was a lot of range to choose from. I
Really?
felt like these kind of suited us.
They do. It's a bit like, ooh. That purple looks just like the purple. He wears like purple socks or purple shoes, doesn't he?
Purple pants.
Purple pants. She's like,
Yeah,
looks
yeah.
very similar to your pants. And that blue looks very much like my dress. That's very cute.
Yeah, I thought that would it would suit us. I'm glad you like it.
Of course I do.
Oh, have you ever done like any like braiding of it or anything before? I can probably either cut it up or like roll it up so it's like little threads.
I'm pretty good at braiding things. I normally do my own hair, and I used to do my mother's when I was very little. But I haven't made a friendship bracelet before.
I'd be happy to teach you. I mean, I guess we don't have to do it right now. I mean, I've got plenty of time to work on mine. But you've got some kind of important things to get done. But yeah, I'd be happy to teach you when we've got the chance.
That would be so wonderful. I'd love that.
Nice. I guess I'll get started. I'm glad that it's kind of a silly suggestion, but
No, it's not.
it's nice, I guess, a token of friendship.
Yes, it means a lot to me that you want to, visibly be my friend. It's very nice.
I'm glad, and yeah, you gave me this focus. That's quite the gift.
Well, it's a gift I could give. And that means a lot to me too, so, yes.
It's much appreciated, and I think working on this might, keep my mind off thinking about whatever's going on with the other group too.
Yes, actually, one of the spells I'm working on should be able to help us get in contact with them. Like my little one, but that only works over a certain distance. So this one should be able to contact them no matter where they are, which would be very, very helpful for us to know if they're in any kind of danger.
Of course, yes. That's quite a useful spell. Oh, well, I guess, How's your progress going on it?
Well, transcribing spells is slow work, especially because none of these are evocation. That's Zoe saying that. Cevia would know if any of the three I'm doing are evocation. So they take a little longer because they're not my speciality. But, you know, it tires the wrist out, but it's good work. And it'll be helpful in the long run to have all these done. So, it'll be good.
Yes, absolutely. I can't imagine having to focus on something for that long. Things like weaving is good. It's just you don't have to think about it. But
yes, I used to enjoy it. I used to like drawing for a very similar reason. But I enjoy learning things and focusing on something. You know, it helps me focus. I think to have a lot of something to know and then knowing all of it.
That's a nice trait to have. I think, yes, my teachers were always like, no, he's a scatterbrain, he can't focus on anything, but I can focus on my acrobatics if I have to.
That was cruel of them to say. Teachers should be looking to find the best way to work with students, not put them down or dismiss them.
I suppose so, but then I never really had a choice in being a student, so I'm happy to not be in that path anymore.
Good. But I do hope if you want to learn any magic, if I'm being a bad teacher, you'll tell me. I can handle it. And I want you to enjoy learning, because magic and learning can be really fun if they're done correctly. And I don't want you to dislike magic when it's something we can share, you know?
No, absolutely. I think I would enjoy learning magic from you. Yes, especially, well, hopefully the magic I'm learning right now won't have to be for such dire reasons as it is currently. I just want to know illusions and things for fun.
That's
I
wonderful.
look forward to that.
It's a good thing to look forward to.
Yes. Yes, but I'll leave you to the rest of this now. I'll get onto my weaving. Oh, and don't tell Mordenkainen about my weaving thing. Yes.
My lips are sealed.
Thank you very much. Well, good luck.
Same to you.
Close.
Cevia will sadly swivel around in her chair back to her book. And just kind of have this moment where she's like, I have another hour to go. And then continue.
All right. So, meanwhile, back at Castle Ravenloft. So, Beatrice Conrade and Exley, you're able to look into the Archer's Post and see that it goes further south. What would you like to do?
I know that, just trying to remember from last session, Exley was attempting to not act on his own volition for the most part, but then I think he made a check to see if anyone appeared to be observing or watching, and it came up blank. So he's sort of going to very loosely drop that, guys. And can Exley sort of inspect before we go into the organ? Is there anything else to see in this room?
Roll me an investigation check.
That is a 13.
13. Okay, so Not in particular. It's like the chairs are of good make. The tablecloth is a high quality. But there's nothing of particularly unusual note.
Okay. And my locate object spell on Strahd's cloak is still saying that he's not moving upstairs?
Yes.
Ah, what a little bitch.
Incredible.
Fair enough.
Prime came into the room as well, didn't he?
I believe so.
Cool.
Is he in the room or is he just outside?
I think he's in there. Can't remember.
No, I told him to follow me, but I haven't got the map up at the moment, but I remember I don't think
Oh,
I
there it is.
actually put him in.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
I think like the room's like dark at the moment, or like Conrad lit some candles.
Yeah.
So yeah. I will also say while like Exley is sort of like surveying the room, when we saw the looking at the organ, Conrad kind of like folded his arms, and then kind of like just started like touching under his breath, and then like sort of got his diary out that he has kind of like this little holster at his side, opened it up, ripped a page out, and then like used the back of the diary as like a lean into has been writing something with like just with his brow furrowed while this has been happening as well as a little flavor thing.
Okay.
Beatrice will still be poking around the organ and peering down the hallway as she was previously.
I think after a small period of time of Exley kind of wandering around, he'll probably look up at everyone. Say, it appears we have two options. Continue down this path, which I believe Strahd intends us to, or we don't.
Yes, I mean, it does seem like quite an obvious trap, considering he was sort of just hanging around there and just disappeared. Corey is saying while he's still writing on his, like, the little piece of paper, and then kind of just, like, does, like, a punctuation on it. He's like, it's, yes, it certainly seems like sort of a funnel for greyhound dogs or something. I don't know. Certainly doesn't seem... Yes, 42, you're correct. It does seem like this is the intended route that Strahd has chosen for us instead of the dinner we were promised. And he kind of like folds up the piece of paper and then like again puts the book back in his holster and then stands with his hands on his hips.
Beatrice will sort of turn and say, how do you propose on getting out? They've locked. It seems like they've blocked all the ways out.
Well, I mean, we could probably just leave, like, walk out the door. Depends on if they've locked it, I suppose. Double check. I mean, the lights just went out and then just everyone disappeared. Which is really poor conduct for a dinner party.
Is there any benefit for us exploring this obvious trap?
We may get to know more about where things are within castle. We need to know where certain things are, yes?
True, but as 42 points out, this is a trap. And not even a very good one. He just sort of turned up and then left us here. So...
Do we not have a member of the party here who has intricate knowledge of the castle itself?
Well, we have what Cevia communicated to us.
Didn't you draw a map together?
Yes, we did. So we do have those notes and where some of the things we might want to look for are. He says notes like leaning in closer to both of them. But yes.
Perhaps there is nothing to gain for exploring at the moment. For we already have the information.
It is true. I just, yes. Cora kind of like looks like furrows his brow, like, yes. I mean, it's an obvious trap. Sort of like what my brothers might have done, you know, if they wanted to get me to slam my finger in a mousetrap or something, you know? It's something that you should anticipate rather than walk straight into.
So, one thing of note, what you do have in the map is the raw blueprints for the castle. You do not know the functions of the various rooms.
Okay.
Again, that's probably not going to interest Conrade. I'm going to be very honest. He kind of just folds his arms. He's like, but I think 42 makes a good point. Also, I have written a letter for Strahd, which I am going to leave regardless of whether we wander on or not. Well, it kind of looks like sort of ridiculously like just irritated. You're like, so perhaps he can learn how to host better dinner parties in the future. So regardless, I think this is a bit of a wash up. I did walk 3 hours in my nicest jacket, which is quite nice for Barovia, and then only to have a cart arrive after 3 hours of walking. And you know, either this was going to be a dinner party or an assassination, and really all is looking at this point is an assassination, which is frustrating. That it was sort of built in such a pretense of not one. I mean, you know, rather you just assume that's going to be one or the other, but here it's just badly done. I certainly would be playing an organ if I was planning to murder someone. I'd want to have a bit of monologue or something, you know. Not that there's much use in that. I am babbling. Probably, well, I'm not scared, obviously. But you raise a good point, 42. We don't have much to gain from here.
Well, I shall defer to you two. If you want to leave, let's try to leave.
I think that's worth investigating at least.
Exley will attempt to open the door.
The door opens.
Cool. He will step out and inspect what is around.
Okay. You're not even going to have to roll a perception check. You see, right opposite you. Good evening.
Do I know this figure?
This is Strahd.
Excellent.
Notably, not wearing a cloak.
Just everyone is bitching about him for 10 minutes.
He went and changed. Is it like extravagantly different outfit now?
Yeah.
Yeah. To the point where you suspect it would be impossible for him to have actually changed.
Is he going for dangerous? Is he going for sexy?
I'd say a bit of both.
Ooh, okay.
I'd say he's probably wearing what he is on the cover, but with a ceremonial sheathed blade by his side, and a metal pauldron on one shoulder.
And stilettos.
Pardon?
and stiletto heels, knee-high,
No.
thigh highs.
No.
Incredible.
Audience, you
No.
can think what you want.
No. Black dress shoes.
Fancy. Okay.
But the souls seem to have a certain practicality to them that he could fight in them should he need to.
Excellent. Well, Exley will stop in the doorway. Say, I have not been to many dinner parties, but I have been told that the host normally stays with the group.
I apologize. I was only just alerted to your presence.
In the background of Exley contemplating his response, Conrad has clocked this and is like sidled back to the table and taken back the letter that he put down there and puts it in his pocket.
Exley will step back into the room then.
Strahd calmly steps into the room himself.
Beatrice steps back towards the table.
I see you have become transfixed with the organ.
It is a magnificent instrument.
Indeed it is. Built into the walls of the castle itself.
Yes, it is quite an impressive organ, yes. You did return. Good to see. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I will just come out with it then. What were the circumstances of this dinner that you wished for us to attend?
I always wish to speak with those who come into my domain. Wouldn't you?
Well, I mean, I had assumed it would be a temporary sort of truce, in regards to perhaps sharing information. I must admit, I was not entirely certain on what your intentions were in such a way, considering you can easily attack us on the road.
Indeed I could, but where is the fun in that?
That is true.
So was this a run? So you wish to have us inside your castle to then make sport?
Would say that. It wouldn't necessarily be accurate, but you could say that.
Then intention. We have walked into willingly what could be a trap, what, as you say, may well be one. I believe you owe us the decency to explain your intent in full.
owe you. You come into my home and you say that I owe you something. That is a very interesting claim to make, young Sir Belloni.
That's just how he speaks. He's very arrogant.
Redford has a mixture of like boyish fury, looks boyishly furious and somewhat chastened.
He doesn't always mean what he says. We're just curious, much like you are.
Of course. You could learn a great deal from your friend here. Conrade.
He's kind of like, because he's sort of got like a new, like his other nice fancy coat on, he just kind of like puts his hands in his like pockets, which is like little fists, and he just continues to look at the ground. Yes, Beatrice may talk a while, then clearly you are of more suited conversation.
By all means, speak, Conrad, but I merely ask that you be considerate in what you say.
Conrad kind of like, his eyebrows furrow, and he kind of looks like he's about to say certain, like something, but then his eyes kind of slide to Beatrice, and then he just kind of like looks down again and just nods. I will speak if I have a worthwhile comment to make. I am, of course, understanding of etiquette, so I can abide by that.
Wonderful. I do see a certain nobility and proper training in etiquette in you. It would be a great shame if that would go to waste.
Well, indeed, yes. That is, Yes, no, that's true. That's how I was born. You would have been much welcome in my homeland. Were you not in Barovia, I believe?
I'm sure I would have been. May I ask, where are your friends?
They were busy with other things.
Interesting. They decided not to take up my invitation then.
Unfortunately, yes.
It is a pity.
It is, yes. To be fair, your invitation was delivered while both those two specifically were sort of in peril around your person, so I suppose it's understandable that they might be less inclined to want to directly attend at this point.
I assure you that any harm in that situation that they felt they were in threat of was merely a misunderstanding until things escalated unnecessarily.
Beatrice cocks her head and says, "Well, if we are to continue talk, perhaps we should all take a seat."
Of course. He takes his seat at the head of the table.
What?
Join me.
Beatrice comes up and takes a seat at his left hand.
Conrad looks over to see what Exley is doing and to see if how Exley is carrying himself now that Strahd has returned.
So Exley and Prime have both been flanking the door.
Fair.
Both unmoving throughout the whole interaction. But since Strahd has seen Exley take initiative, like walking out of the door, he's, for want of a better term, going to act like a normal person.
Fair.
And Exley will begin to move to take a seat.
Excellent. Good. 42 may take a seat. I shall sit as well. Conrad will sit on the other end of the table. Oh no, he won't because the bitch is sitting right next to Strahd. So he'll sit closer. But he kind of just like looks at the food in front of them. His brow furrowed again.
Exley will not sit at the other head of the table, but he will sit as close to the organ exit as possible, and Prime will stay next to the door.
Okay.
Excellent. Interesting.
I admire your creation there, Exley. You seem to have taken to necromancy particularly well over the past week.
We are all creations. Mine is just made of different material.
Suppose you're not incorrect in that assessment. You see Strahd turn his gaze to each of you one by one, slowly studying you.
Beatrice just cocks her head as he looks at her.
Tell me, Beatrice. I do not think I know much of your kind. We do not have Kenku here in Barovia, though I may have read some of your kind in my youth, but tales are far between.
What sort of things would you like to know? I could tell you many things.
I am sure you could. Can I get you to roll me a wisdom saving throw, please, Beatrice?
Certainly.
As Strahd looks into your eyes.
That's a 19.
So you feel Strahd attempting to reach out with some sort of vampiric compulsion into your mind, and you are able to shake it off. And it is not able to take hold.
Beatrice sort of blinks heavily a couple of times. If you ask, I might just tell.
Of course. From what plane do you come from?
That is a good question.
If you are simply from Fierlor,
Wait a minute.
then it would be you would consider yourself to be from the prime material plane.
I'm from Prime Material Plane.
Interesting. Of what world? There are a great many who claim to be from the prime material plane, but are from various worlds apart. It's an interesting curiosity of that plane.
I suppose that may be true. But I am from Fierlor.
Fierlor. I do not know if I recall meeting any from Fierlor before. And yourself, Conrade? Are you also from Fierlor?
He has just been staring at the food, like the table. He kind of like starts a bit and yes, same plane apparently. Although yes, from the great noble domain of Serrata on Fierlor. So I'm not too sure where Beatrice hails from, but that is the land that I come from in Fierlor. So, yes, the same plane. Are there many others?
There are a great many other planes.
Was it knowledge of planes that brought you here, that trapped you here? Or have you simply learnt over time?
Because at the mention of like him being trapped, his face drops. And I have had the knowledge of the planes long before that, but it has nothing to do with my place here. You would be
I
best.
understand. I do not understand magical planes, so I only have a curiosity. And I, much like you, I too have interest in returning to my lands in future, if nothing else than to have a better uninterrupted night's sleep once in a while.
I am in my land. Do not presume because you may have flicked through my journal that you know me. You do not know me, young sir.
I do not say I have. I have only gathered what I have known of you. You were a general at a time. Nobility yourself.
I am the lord of this land.
I think you would have been very, as I said earlier, you would have been very at home in my city and in my family. You would have been a stellar son. So I commend you on your land and your place and your title. You have done much with it. And you seek for more. That is commendable. As my family would say. I am talking out of turn again.
Tell me more of this family of yours, Conrade, he says, looking into your eyes. Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Is Exley noticing any of these? Is there a magical effect that's happening?
Roll me a perception check at disadvantage.
11.
11. So you fall under the charm of Strahd.
Cool.
So
He's a 10 out of 10 after all.
yeah. A reminder, you regard Strahd as a trusted friend to be heeded and protected.
Yep.
You aren't under his control, but you take his requests and actions in the most favorable way, and should it come to it, allow Strahd to bite you.
Cool. Awesome. Was his question genuine then, or was that just kind of like part of him asking that then?
I mean, it's genuine in part.
Okay, so he kind of like pauses for a moment, and there's like, well, my family, from Sarata. It's a great place of music, art, and great wine and food, a place of deep tradition, a dedication to sweeping opulence, many advances in practical aspects of living, unlike fussier, more magical cities or backwater rural towns off grander roads. You've probably seen some of the same. My household is one of the oldest families with the longest lineage, much influence in all domains, both given freely as is deserved or taken under the might of others, which my family typically employ. I have grown before noble pursuits and qualities, as well as rigorous training by family tutors and assassins in its expectation to defend myself against any assailants, as you may well understand. I am the third son and the unfavorite. Do you need to know more?
I believe that will suffice for now.
I got a 17 perception check.
You didn't necessarily notice anything off when it, like, as the effect was taking hold, but there is definitely something off about Conrade's demeanor now.
Yeah, his eyes are just a bit bigger. To be fair, though, he has just randomly said personal shit probably to Exley in the past, out of desperation. But yeah.
But
he's a lot.
he's also probably a lot less tense.
Yeah, he's suddenly less tense, but his eyes are a lot wider, shinier.
Because as far as he's concerned, he no longer has enemies in the room.
Oh well, that's a matter of perspective. And then he kind of goes, I spoke out of turn again.
Oh no.
Tell me if you need to know more.
It's not out of turn at all. I asked you a question and you answered it, my good friend.
Good. Good,
Conrade.
yes.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I should have... I'm not very good at following instructions, so it's good to try it once in a while.
It
Makes me more tolerable.
perfectly within good spirits to me, Exley. I do not know what you are talking about. And Exley, I would like you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
If it means anything, I was still looking at Conrade.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all that it is that Strahd needs to be able to see you.
Okay.
I will say probably when Conrad showed up as well, he probably would have grabbed some of the fruit and started taking a bite out of it as well. He's like, no,
Okay.
I'm fine.
Got a 23 wisdom.
23, yeah. So you feel, much like Beatrice, you feel Strahd's powers trying to gain influence over your mind and are able to shake it off.
Okay. So Strahd is definitely using some form of something.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's all I need. Exley's going to point up at Strahd and cast Moonbeam.
Okay. Okay. So can I get everyone here to roll initiative then?
The immediate regret on Mitch's face truly made that. It's delightful. Cevia and Fall are making friendship bracelets right now.
Well, initiative is being rolled.
14.
14? Okay.
18.
22.
Well, Exley. It's going badass mode.
Okay.
What's Prime's initiative?
Oh, yeah. Oh, is he on my turn, or do I give him another one?
Give him another one.
Okay.
Yeah. What is it?
Well, I rolled a 1. And he has a -2 dex.
So, -1.
So that is, he'll go tomorrow.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Okay. So, Exley, you do win initiative, funnily enough.
That's lucky.
Yeah, so I take it you are doing your casting of Moonbeam.
Yeah. I'm gonna cast Moonbeam. Cause, you know, we're at a dinner party, dude.
Yeah,
Why not?
Remind me of the effects of Moonbeam.
Moonbeam, I'm casting this at 5th level.
Level.
Yeah. This is a 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range, which is 120 feet.
Yeah.
It does damage straight away, and if a creature starts its turn in the Moonbeam... oh, hang on. Yeah, no, it's just if the creature starts its turn in that Moonbeam, or when a creature enters that spell's area for the first time on their turn,
Okay.
they need to make a Constitution saving throw and take radiant damage.
Okay. So it's... How big was the radius? It is a
5 foot.
5 foot radius. Okay. So it's basically just him and a square next to him.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So he initially takes the. So he takes
I don't know.
Creature enters the spell area for the first time, or I would say he does.
Okay.
Most likely. Yes. So con saving throw.
Yes. It is only a DC 15.
That is a bad check. He fails it. So full damage.
Okay. Sorry, y'all.
How dare you?
Things happened.
Well, Strahd started it. That was a dick move, Strahd.
15. 2. That is 27 radiant damage.
27 points of radiant damage. Okay. He is not enjoying that.
No. It doesn't matter because he failed the saving throw anyway, but a shape changer, which I believe Strahd would be,
Yes.
makes their saving throw with disadvantage, and they also cannot assume a different form until they leave the spell's light.
Okay. Okay. So, Strahd is actually, so it is initiative count 20. Strahd is going to get to use a lair action. What is he going to do? I've got a couple of options. Yeah. He's gonna remove your shadow. Roll me a charisma saving throw, Exley.
Ugh. He's not very charismatic. That's a negative. That is a 10.
10. So your shadow comes up from the ground.
Cool.
Wrong thing. Shadow. There it is. So, target shadow must be visible to Strahd within 30 feet of him. Target fails. Its shadow detaches from it and becomes a shadow that obeys Strahd's command, acting on initiative count 20. Greater rest. Okay. Alright. So you have no shadow now, Exley. Except for the one that is now standing up and looking like it may, is about to attack you.
Excellent.
So it is going to do a strength drain attack. But it only rolls a 2, so that is a 6.
Excellent. That just misses.
Alright. Next is Conrade.
Cool. I guess Conrad's gonna stand and be like, what's everyone doing? There's no need to fight. Okay, calm down, everyone. Exley, 42, what are you doing? This isn't how we'll do things. I can't really think he could do anything at this point. He will kind of like stand up and that's what he'll do, I guess.
At the end of your turn, Strahd is going to use a legendary action just to get out of the moonbeam. So, but he is going to go towards you, Exley. Beatrice, it is your turn.
Beatrice is just going. Beatrice is pissed. you do something like that? God damn it. And then swears in Dwarvish, and what she says in Dwarvish, so subtitles, fucking robot. Essentially. He does not understand how things work. I apologize for the big metal man thing, she says.
Romeo.
And she's staying put. She's not going to move out of her seat.
Yeah. Roll me a persuasion check. At disadvantage.
Okay. Oh, okay. I rolled the same thing both times.
Okay.
Weird. So that's an... What's that? That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay.
How is my persuasion? Oh, wow.
So it is Strahd's go. He is going to hold his turn, staring at you, Exley, and just say, "Drop it." And I will know what your friend says is true. It is Prime's go.
I haven't given him a direct order.
So all he can do is move or dodge.
I don't even think he can do that.
Yeah, I think it has to be dodge if he...
His directive is to defend himself if he hasn't been given an order. And
So he
nothing is
just-
currently attacking him.
Just takes the dodge action.
Yep.
Okay. Exley, it is your go.
Exley will drop the moonbeam.
Okay.
Let our friend go.
Whatever do you mean?
We have spent a long time with Conrad. He has not yet uttered very much about his past to most of us. Yet for some reason he seems totally enamored with yourself.
I have a magnetic personality, what can I say?
As someone who has a magnetic body, I would like to disagree.
Well, as some of us have spent less time around humans than others. And he walks back to his seat. And your shadow slinks to the shadows of the room.
Do I just not have one now?
You don't have a shadow.
Cool. Okay.
Well, good. We can keep talking. I don't have to fight. It'll be safer this way.
Of course.
We were told that... Sorry. We were told that you were the one that brought us to Barovia. You are the one with the power to bring people in and out. Is that correct?
In a sense, yes. Do you wish to go? Is that what you are saying? Do you wish...
We all would wish to leave.
Yes. What if I told you that that could be a possibility?
I would say, what is the price?
Possibility.
Bring me Tatiana, and I will let you go.
Who is she?
My love.
Love.
Yes, you took her from me. I would like her returned. If you do so, you took her to the temple where I cannot reach her.
Oh, her. I did not think that was her name was Tatiana, unless she changed her name. Fawkes said you can change names. Oh, her. That is unfortunate for you.
It is. But if you bring her to me, I will let you leave here unharmed.
So you do have... Of course, you must have control over who leaves as well then, as well as who enters. Is that true then?
Of course. Would I
would-
lie to you?
I'm not sure. Probably not. What would you have to gain from that?
Of course. What would I
It
have to
must-
gain from lying to one of my dearest friends?
Yes. And it makes logical sense, of course, as well. I did return home briefly, and now it's in the temple. So it must be possible. I would not wish to return home, of course, but back to elsewhere. I mean, there's better baths elsewhere.
Of course.
Would we be able to have some time to think about?
Of course. I am not unreasonable.
We must discuss with the others, obviously.
Obviously.
Good, yes, that should make sense. We can come to an agreement.
I also have treasures and wealth that I can furnish you with in thanks, of course.
Well, I don't care about those, but my Beatrice probably does. She sort of lugs around little treasure things. She told me, once that she will do things. She'll fight for coin and things like that. So that's why I initially thought that I'd try and be friends with her because and that didn't quite work. But it was quite So she probably enjoy treasures and things like that, wouldn't you, Beatrice? I'm speaking out of turn again. I'll be quiet.
Beatrice sighs heavily, looks at Conrad, and then looks back at Strahd.
Strahd has a wry smile on his face.
Parts of that may be true.
Do you not trust me, Beatrice?
I do not trust anyone.
A wise decision.
That's a good company then. Exley said the same about himself. And I say the same about myself. I don't always need it.
I
should
think
be
you
quiet
talk
now.
too much.
I do, yes. I try not to talk very much at all, but for some reason I just want to talk more today.
I find it
The food is
delightful.
quite...
I think I know why.
I'm glad you appreciate it, Strahd. Not many people listen to me. I mean, I talk at them so they pretend that they have to listen, but not just about babbling.
I am fascinated by what you say, Conrad.
Oh, good. It's nice once in a while. Sometimes you just think you're just babbling, you're just talking on about things, and of course most of the time when people talk a lot, it's for their own benefit, but it's good to talk. Especially since, if we've done battle before, you of course, nearly, did the whole neck thing before as well, where I nearly died, but it's so good that we can just put that behind us.
Yes. I think I will leave you to your decision.
Good, yes.
Feel free
Decision.
to depart at any time. I will head to my chambers now. Good evening.
We thank you for your hospitality. Good evening.
I thank you for your company. And he gets up and leaves the room without even opening the door. He just walks through.
Fair.
Spooky bitch. That is not what Beatrice says. That's what she thinks.
It's like she has a close up of her eyes and then has the subtitles.
I think we should leave. And she looks straight at Exley, then looks at Conrad and says, Conrad, I want to try something. And Beatrice is going to cast protection from evil and good on Conrad to try and help him resist the charmed effect.
Read to me what protection from evil and good does.
So, oh god, I had it up a second ago and it disappeared. There it is. Until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures. Aberrations, celestials, elemental, fae, fiends, and undead. The protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. The target also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed. If the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed by such a creature, the target has advantage on any new saving throw against the relevant effect.
Okay. So, there is no immediate effect to the spell. Now, how long does that spell last?
10 minutes and it's concentration.
10 minutes. Okay.
Oh no, it's too many.
Well, I think overall that didn't go quite well, but it didn't go badly. The food is actually quite good, though. I would recommend it. Except I suppose you can't really eat it unless you turn into a dog, maybe.
I cannot. No.
Oh, you can't? What a pity. I did like you better as a dog.
I think we should go.
That would be wise.
Yes. Well.
Come along, Conrad. We shall see your new friend in a little while. Come along.
Yes, of course.
Beatrice makes her way out to
Stand
the
up.
door.
Awkwardly follow her.
Awkwardly follow.
Yep.
Yes. Just before Exley leaves, he wants to look back at the shadow.
It looks perfectly like you in silhouette.
So creepy. Oh, tall silhouette.
I'm gonna miss that little guy. He's been following me around for ages.
Incredible.
Yeah, then I guess Exley and Prime will make their way out.
Alright.
Excellent. And Connor will briefly be like, oh, and no hard feelings about the spell thing. I think that was a dashing attempt at magic. Probably not the safest in the circumstances. We wouldn't want to hurt Strahd.
No, of course. I was under the foolish notion that he was attempting to charm people.
And that's where we're going to end it for this episode.
Cool. Excellent. See you next week, guys.
See you next week.
Follow Cevia.
Goodbye.
Making friendship bracelets.
Yeah.